Hello, my name is Samantha, and in this video I'll be outlining the various ventilation modes available on the Atlan A350. Your device will typically default to manual spontaneous mode. VC stands for volume control. This will target your set tidal volume. To adjust your IE ratio in synchronized intermittent mechanical ventilation, either adjust your frequency of breaths per minute or your inspiratory time. Here you can view the IE ratio as you make adjustments. To change from synchronized intermittent mechanical ventilation to controlled mechanical ventilation, select CMV and confirm. This will also be reflected in the headline of your ventilation mode. Your IE ratio is displayed here, and in controlled mechanical ventilation, there is the option for the inspiratory time and rest rate to be locked so that an undesired IE ratio can be avoided. To view the settings displayed here or adjust them, press More. This will give you the option to make adjustments to additional settings. VCAF stands for Volume Control Auto Flow. This will still target your set tidal volume, but regulate the pressure breath by breath. It will avoid the peak inspiratory pressure seen here and have a more rounded top. This is considered to be slightly more lung protective than volume control. You will notice that certain parameters will be carried across when changing between ventilation modes. PC is pressure control. Here you can limit your airway pressure and your frequency of breaths. You also have the option to change from controlled mechanical ventilation to synchronized intermittent mechanical ventilation. PSV stands for pressure support ventilation. Here you have the option of setting apnea ventilation by adjusting the rest rate per minute setting. In the absence of the patient providing spontaneous breathing, the machine will still ensure that the patient gets 10 breaths per minute. To differentiate between a patient's own breath and a ventilator breath can be seen in the colour change and the lung symbol indicating a patient is breathing. The pink colour indicates that it is a ventilator delivering the breath. External fresh gas outlet will redirect the fresh gas flow to the side of the machine. This is also confirmed with this banner of the TP circuit. Pause mode has no ventilation or any fresh gas delivery. Pause mode can be used in instances such as during intubation to prevent volatile and fresh gas inadvertently entering the surrounding environment, or during positioning of the patient and any time the circuit is detached from the patient's airway. This will also reduce the need to increase your fresh gas flows, as the machine will rapidly detect a fresh gas low or leak as soon as the circuit is disconnected. When activating pause during therapy, there will be a 2-minute safety timer. When the timer is up, the machine will alarm with a high priority message to indicate the pause time has expired. Keep in mind, the machine will not revert to fresh gas delivery or ventilation unless instructed to do so. Your option here is to either resume ventilation, which will take you back to your previous settings, or to select an alternate ventilation mode. To enter monitoring mode on the Atlan A350, this is done by selecting pause from the ventilation modes. Notice here that the timer will default to off. Pause will deliver no fresh gas or ventilate. It will monitor CO2, but pause the alarms for all the other parameters. If you were to then ventilate a patient and then go back to pause, a 2-minute safety timer will now be triggered. You can turn this timer off, if safe to do so, by turning it anti-clockwise, confirming the timer and then confirming the mode. To end the case, press standby and confirm. For more information, please refer to the instructions for use or contact your local Dräger representative.